Hey guys, it's Jared from WB Koi, and I just want to do a quick video on a method I've been using to treat ulcers and things like that lately. So one of the biggest things to keep on hand is potassium permanganate. I just got this on Amazon. I don't know if it's the best one or whatever, but it seems to do okay. You also want to have clove oil. There are also products called Koi Sleep that you can use to sedate koi while you treat them, but I just use clove oil. Also, you can get this on Amazon as well. And so what I typically do is I will take, once I have a koi sedated, I will take, I get these at Harbor Freight Tools. They're just swabs, cotton swabs on a wood stick, or you can use a regular Q-tip. But anyway, I'll just dip the tip of the cotton tip in some water, and then I'll dip that tip into a bag of the potassium permanganate and get a lot of PP on the tip, and then I'll just take it and rub it on the sore spot of the koi. And then what I will do after that is I will get this. This is called Blue Coat, and this is normally used for treating wounds on livestock after they've had any sort of surgery, or if they've had any sort of injury or wound that needs to be treated and kept sterile and not infected. This is very good for after you get the PP onto the koi's ulcer, or they have a minor injury or something along those lines. Putting this onto the affected area, and then what I will typically do is I will hold the koi out of any water after I spray it on. Or they also make a blue coat that has like a cotton dauber on a stick. You can get this at Tractor Supply. You can get it at your local farm supply store. Most of them carry it. If not, you can order it on Amazon as well. But the good news is you can usually buy this locally at a local agricultural supply store. Like I said, such as Tractor Supply, Southern States, Fleet and Farm. Name your ag supply store. And what I will do is I will spray this on or daub it on to the affected area after I've applied the potassium permanganate, and then I will let this dry for probably 2 to 3 minutes at least before releasing the fish back into the water, and I will blow on the area to help it dry. But anyway, the longer you can keep the fish out of the water and let this dry on, the better, until the fish of course starts to wake up. Once the fish starts to wake up, then you will want to release it back into the water. But this actually has acroflavin in it, I believe. You don't necessarily need to dry the affected area, but if you're applying PP with water, just let the water dry a little bit, not much, but you can pretty much spray this on right after you use the PP. So this main ingredient here of acroflavin is an antibiotic. So this gentian violet, I believe, is for treating fungus, and acroflavin is actually an antibacterial, so or an antibiotic. So these are a very good combination, and it's actually an isopropyl alcohol. So what happens is it's wet, and then when you spray it on, it starts to dry because the isopropyl alcohol begins to evaporate, and so it really starts to bond onto the koi for a little bit, and it will actually stay on the koi for a day or so. But that's enough time, typically, as long as it's warm enough, for the fish to start getting some healing started. So I found this to be very useful in conjunction with the PP. So you typically want to use the PP first to help, if not PP, then maybe some iodine, some veterinary iodine, or you just get some cheap Pividone iodine at your local drugstore, Dollar General, wherever. And you can either use PP or iodine or both. And then once you're done with that, put some of this on the affected area and cover it well. Cover the affected area and all the area around it, and then I've found it to be pretty effective within about 3 to 4 days that the healing starts. So you can either retreat the wounded area for a second time if it's a major, if it's like a half inch or more of an effective. If it's just a tiny dot, usually one treatment's sufficient to at least get the healing going, as long as your water is good, and the water is fairly clean. A water change always helps, but again, potassium permanganate, cotton swabs, and the blue coat. So you can either use the spray or the dauber format. I know they sell it at Tractor Supply Company, TFC. But anyway, that's all I have for now, and I just wanted to let everybody know I've had good luck with that method, pretty consistent results. I've had some fish that looked like they were, not doing well, and had really severe areas that I was able to treat and bring them back. Also, if you have any nitrofurazone, you can order nitrofurazone on Amazon, and I should post a link to all this stuff in the description of the video. Nitrofurazone is really good stuff. It's an antibiotic, antibacterial powder that you can add to the water. It's pretty gentle on the fish. I've even had good luck with it with even some of the smaller koi fry that are, half inch to 1 inch koi fry, where I suspected a bacterial issue, and I was able to successfully knock those issues out with nitrofurazone. So those three things are definitely always handy to keep on hand. It doesn't work in every situation. Of course, you're going to have some that are just too far gone to bring back, or they have issues that are just far too severe. But generally, these are enough to get a fish on its way to healing. If you catch the spots early enough, when they're small little spots, before it really starts to affect the fish's overall health. So anyway, hit the like and subscribe, and I will catch you all on the next one. Thank you.